Don't be disturbed. And welcome you to the 7th annual Innis College Refugee Student Fund benefit concert. And let me say at the outset, I'm thrilled to be here. I was on leave last year. This role was capably taken over by the acting principal, Karen Reed, who is gracious enough to be here with us this afternoon. But I should also say that this is the first time I've been involved in a live version of this concert since 2019, and we all know why that was. So this is a especially significant day for me because I love this concert being in person, as I'm sure all the performers do. Before we go any further, let me read the land acknowledgement. We wish to acknowledge the land upon which the University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work and celebrate on this land. And today is indeed a celebration. It's a celebration of the magnificent talent shared by so many of the students and staff, and at least one instance, a friend of the college. But it's also a way for us to show our dedication to the principle of inclusion that animates Innis and our collective efforts to make the college a second home for the students who come here through the World University Service of Canada, or WUSC program. And to give you a testimonial to the work that WUSC does and our contribution to it, I'm going to ask three people: Tiffany Lee, the ICSS co-lead of the WUSC program. She's going to say a little bit about the program and then introduce you to two WUSC students, Ajung and Hanya. So just one second, Tiffany. There you go.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tiffany, and I'm the Innis WUSC co-lead this year. WUSC is a program that provides opportunity for high school students currently living in refugee camps to pursue post-secondary education at Canadian universities. Every year, thanks to our student body, a WUSC student is funded to stay in residence for the first year. But what happens after next? The Innis Refugee Student Fund, supported largely by alumni and donors such as yourselves. It's our way of providing a second year of residence when that would not be available for the WUSC students otherwise. Let's hear from a couple of WUSC students about their experience at Innis and the value that the Refugee Student Fund supplies to their experience at university. Welcome, John and Hanya.
Good afternoon. My name is Ajang. I'm in my third year. I was a sponsored student for Innis in 2021-2022, and being able to stay in the residence for my second year helped me found community to engage with Innis community. And since then, I'm now currently with Tiffany, the co-lead for Innis WUSC local committee, and we ensure that incoming SRP students from WUSC, they find support at Innis, and that's due to your contribution. Thank you and enjoy the concert.
Good evening. My name is Hania Lamin. I'm the 2023-2024 WUSC student. I'm originally Sudanese, but I was a refugee in Kenya. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Ajung told me Hanya is shy. She does not want to speak. But I think she did an excellent job. So before the cavalcade of talent begins appearing on our stage, I expect some of you who are veteran concert goers may be wondering why I'm appearing solo, when every other concert that I've been involved in has featured a co-MC, principally the incomparable, and for those of you who have had the experience of seeing him in action, I do use that term advisedly, Andrew Zhao. Well, no, don't encourage him. I regret to say that Andrew is now engaged in graduate study at Berkeley, so California's gain is regrettably our loss. I know. But after seeing that last year's acting principal, Karen Reed, so capably handled the MC chores by herself, I thought, well, you know what? Now is the time to break with tradition and just do this on my own. And I really think that being solo is going to be absolutely fine.
Not so fast, Charlie. Not so fast. I mean, are you kidding me? What would a benefit concert be without a charming student co-MC? And who better than I, Emily Shee, your co-MC in 2021, to assume Andrew's role? I've just gotten back from an intensive and inspiring co-MC seminar with Andrew, and I'm really excited to show you what I've learned.
I fear the worst.
Fear not, Charlie. A breathtaking concert hosting experience beckons us. And the first order of business is a few humble and inspiring words from Andrew. Hit it, AV crew!
Greetings, O esteemed guests of the 2023 Innis College Refugee Student Fund Benefit Concert, or Icarus Fubuk. It is I, Andrew Zhao, your distinguished, preeminent, exalted, and most illustrious leading man. I express my deepest and most sincerest regrets and apologies that I'm unable to join you today in person. I know that surely both you and Charles must be deeply distraught. I mean, can you even imagine the state of him? I suspect he can hardly go on with today's show because he is surely so overcome with grief. Oh, my dear Charlot, I know how much he looks up to me. But fear not, honored guests. I've spent considerable time, effort, sweat, and tears training my young protege, Emily Shee. Emily will be perhaps just barely serviceable as my alternate, for no one, I think, could truly replace my presence on the hallowed stage of Innis Town Hall. My shoes, US men size 8.5, are surely too big to be filled. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show, which is unlikely, as this video contains the most talent that you will witness today. My heart just aches at how miserable and downtrodden you must be to have to sit through this concert without me. Honestly, with your most esteemed performer out of the lineup, that's me, by the way, this concert won't be much of a concert at all. So let me revise my statement. Please enjoy the 2023 Innis College Refugee Student Fund Benefit Shindig Jamboree Junior Recital. All right, toodaloo.
Isn't he amazing? I've learned so much. But we gotta get this show going, so chop chop, Charlot. You're gonna introduce the first act while I go about finishing my preparations for the co-MC role.
If there's something worse than the worst, that is what I am now fearing. But let's turn from fear to pleasure and get ready for our first performance, a Scarlatti Sonata by a friend of the college, David Toto. So I'm going to tell us how it is that he's able to take time out of his day at 1 p.m. or so to play the piano.
Hi, Charlie. Charlo. Thanks for the opportunity. I love music. I put it aside for a long time and lots of years, and then 6 months ago, I decided to quit my job to take a breather and spend time behind this keyboard. So that's how I'm here. So thanks for having me.
Well, that was a tremendous start to our concert. Thank you so much, David. Now, where's that Emily gone? Well, maybe it's a case of me being grateful for small favors, and a cue that I should just move it along by introducing our next act. I'm getting out of the way for them. Please help me welcome to the stage a group that has become a fixture at the benefit concert. They'll be arriving the moment the mics are set up, and that is the Innis College Choir. For those of you who don't know, the Innis College Choir is a non-audition choir whose principal aim is to build community through the power of song. I had the pleasure of attending the choir's winter concert just last weekend, and the number that they are about to perform was definitely one of that concert's highlights. And to say a little bit more about it, is the concert's co-director, Juliana West.
Hi, everyone. So I am one of the co-directors of Innis College Choir. The song we're performing for today is Fix You, originally by Coldplay, arranged by George Chung. It's a beautiful piece that we thought would be a nice welcome into the holidays, so we hope you enjoy it.
When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need,
when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse. Tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste. Could it be worse?
And I was remiss in not mentioning that the accompanist for that piece was Bin-Sun Kim. You will be hearing from him again more than a few times. Thank you so much, choir members. Everyone in the audience should know that we are on the precipice of exam season. So for the students to take time away from their studying to perform in this concert is a sacrifice of the supreme order.
Speaking of sacrifices, Charlie, you can't imagine what I've gone through to prepare myself for this role. I mean, the flight to Berkeley itself put me out $1,000. I'm trusting I'll get reimbursed for that, right? Like, doesn't the college have tons of money set aside for that little construction project? Like, just take a little bit of money out of that. And, of course, Andrew insisted that we go to his favorite restaurant, Chez Panisse. And let's say inspiration doesn't come cheap. And we had to go there every day, of course. You understand, right? Because they changed the menu every day. Like, how could you not? So, don't be surprised if my expense reimbursement for this trip comes out to around $3K?
Well, Emily, we'll discuss that later. For now, let's concentrate on happy thoughts and true talent by welcoming King Liu to the stage. King is one of the many first-year students who's performing today. He's a Robin Commerce student. He'll be performing Call of Silence, and I just thought he could tell us a little bit about why he chose that song.
Yeah, so basically Call of Silence was from my favorite anime called Attack on Titan. And it's a very meaningful song for me personally because of the philosophical message it conveys. So I hope you all like it.
Fantastic. The depth of the student talent at the college never ceases to impress me. What do you think, Emily?
You see, normally, Charlie, I'd be agreeing with you. But for now, I need to focus on my breathing. Andrew told me it's a marathon, not a sprint. So you gotta bring your A game. So why don't you go ahead and introduce the next act, and I'll be in fighting form in no time flat.
Okay. Some things don't change. In that case, let me introduce a veteran of our concerts, Doris Shee on the piano. And she'll be accompanying another first-year student, Renee Bolshan, who is in life sciences. Renee will be singing Think of Me from Phantom of the Opera. And just as she's about to take her own mic, I'll just ask Renee to say a little bit about her vocal training and why she chose this song.
So I've been singing ever since I was like 7 years old. I've sang in many choirs, as well as I performed in many school plays. And I've done my RCM exams, that's the Royal Conservatory of Music. I've done all the levels for voice. And the reason I chose to sing this song is because last year when I was preparing for my exam, my vocal teacher showed me this song and I just thought it was really beautiful.
Dora is no relation of mine, though she probably would have benefited from my tutelage at the good old keyboard, if you know what I mean.
I don't really get what you mean at all, but I've become accustomed to that being my standard reaction to most of what the co-MCs say at these concerts.
You know, I think Renee had the right idea. singing a song from Phantom of the Opera, because what this show needs is more production value. Where is our chandelier? Props, props, props. We need a 2-ton chandelier. Props. I'm gonna go find the props department.
Not sure what will happen when Emily discovers that we do not have a props department. But her sudden exit gives me the opportunity to introduce our next set of performers, and they will provide their own spectacle, believe you me. Again, another evergreen benefit concert act, the U of T K-pop dance crew. Let's find out, once they get up to the stage, how they chose the number they will be performing, and I will get them to introduce themselves, because I can only remember so much.
Hello, my name is Lena.
Hi, my name is Tammy.
I'm Danish.
Hi, Miu Chen.
My name is Praise.
Hello, my name is Miran. The 6 of us are here on behalf of the U of T K-pop dance crew, and today we're going to be performing the song Luna by the boy group One Us. The song is about wanting to see your lover in the night and asking the sun to wait to rise so that you can have more time with them since you can't see them in the daylight. The song places a lot of emphasis on like natural elements like the blossoming of flowers, the movement of wind, dust that fades, just like the motion of the world. We've been practicing for a while. This is our first live performance. Oh, also, the song is in full Korean, unlike a lot of K-pop songs, and places a lot of emphasis on like traditional elements such as like fans and like they filmed in front of a temple. But yeah, we've been practicing for a while. This is our first live performance, so thank you so much for having us.
And the reason she got the mic is she's the only Innis student in this group.
시간을 거슬러 저 새들처럼 훨훨 높이 날아가 아리따웠던 순간의 떨림 나를 감싸던 따스한 두 손이 그리워져 또 찾게 된 널 덧없이 기다려 시간 따라 흘러가리라 바람 따라 돌아간 너의 빈자리 너는 마치 홀로 피는 꽃 검은 구름마저 달빛을 가려다오 한밤에 밤에 피는 부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 별 따라 가는 심리도 못 가라 한밤에 밤에 피는 부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 달 아래 너는 참 아름답군 나 Rush 눈을 가려도 아름다운 널 나를 바라보는 널 girl 아닐 때 바람마저 널 찾아오매 불망인데 홀린 네 밤을 새 헤매인 걸 그리워지는 너의 뒷모습 찾지 못한 우리 이야기 들린다면 다시 한번 말할 수 있을 텐데 시간 따라 흘러가리라 바람 따라 널 따라가 너는 마치 홀로 피는 꽃 검은 구름마저 달빛을 가려다오 한밤에 밤에 피는 부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 별 따라 가는 심리도 못 가라 한밤에 밤에 피는 부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 핀 하얀 꽃처럼 한순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 달 아래 너는 참 아름답군 나 찾아 헤매다 무심코 지나친 꽃이 참 예쁘구나 그게 바로 너였구나
금세 꽃이 피는 찬바람 같아 밤에 날아가 먼지같이 소리할 듯만 쏟은 꽃잎들은 다시금 내게로 울어
바람아 불어라
말하지 못하니 말 전해다오
나는 안에 피는 부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 피는 꿈처럼 순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 날 따라가던 심리로 몸가라 나는 안에 피는 부신 빛처럼 달빛에 반해 피는 꿈처럼 순간 사라진 하룻밤 꿈처럼 달 아래 너는 참 아름답구나
Well, don't you think that was exhilarating?
Well, while you were being exhilarated, I was getting exhausted looking for the props department. I mean, they must have all been on their lunch break.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe you want to go look for them again.
No, Charlo. We can't dwell on past disappointments. The show must go on. But maybe while you introduce the next act, I'm going to go look to get a massage, unless you...
No.
Well, that trek to find the props department really tired me out, so carry on.
And she's off. Next up is a person without whose efforts this concert would not come together as it does. 7 years ago, I approached Janny Chen and Donald Bohr to help put together a benefit concert to support the newly formed Innis Refugee Student Fund. And they have been stalwart collaborators ever since. I can absolutely say without any equivocation that this would not happen without them. You'll be seeing Donald right after Janny, but let me use this moment to thank them both for being such wonderful partners in this venture over so many years. So, I don't know what I did with my mic, but Janny has a... Oh, Victoria just clocked Janny. Let me ask Jenny what you were up to last night and how you're now showing your versatility for us today.
I don't know if this is working. Well, last night I was writing a paper until 6:30 a.m. But the night before that, I had an orchestra concert, and that happened, so yeah.
So Jenny is also a... how should we say, a mistress violinist?
Not mistress.
I don't know what the term... I know nothing about music, but...
A violinist.
A violinist. But I was trying to look for an adjective which gave you the credit you deserve for your mastery of the instrument. But also a beautiful vocalist. And she is now going to sing what for us, Jenny?
I'm going to be singing a song called Ordinary Love by U2. But somebody changed this piano to mellow piano instead of concert piano, so I'm going to figure out what mellow piano means. I guess that could work. I don't know. Okay, hold on. The sea wants to kiss the golden shore. The sunlight warms your skin. All the beauty that's been lost before wants to find us again. I can't fight you anymore. It's you I'm fighting for. The sea throws rocks together, but time leaves us polished stone. cannot reach any higher if we can't deal with ordinary love. Birds fly high in the summer sky and rest on the breeze. The same wind will take care of you and I. We'll build our house in the trees. Your heart is on my sleeve. Did you put it there with the magic marker? For years I would believe that the world couldn't wash it away. We can't fall any further if we can't feel ordinary love, and we cannot reach any higher if we can't deal with ordinary love, and we can't fall any further if we can't feel ordinary love, and we cannot reach any higher if we can't deal with ordinary love. Are we tough enough for ordinary love? Are we tough enough? Are we tough enough for ordinary love? Are we tough enough? We can't fall any further if we can't feel ordinary love. We cannot reach any higher if we can't deal with ordinary love.
I neglected to mention that Janie is also the Innis College Academic Programs Coordinator. And as always, thank you for a wonderful performance in the concert, Janie. Now, following directly on the heels of Janie is the aforementioned Donald Bohr, who, as everyone knows, is Innis's amazing registrar. And I don't know if you know, but I'm a bit of a stickler for cliched words, and so I do not use the word amazing lightly, but Donald deserves the word. So when he's not advising students and running the university's best registrar service, I'm not at all biased, Donald is practicing on his beloved oboe. And it's not the easiest of instruments to master. There, I used mastery again. To demonstrate his virtuosity and his versatility, Donald's going to be performing 3 pieces. So they're by 3 different composers. And I don't know what I keep doing with this mic. I had it in my pocket, and then I put it away. But I'm going to ask Donald to just tell us a tiny bit about...
Oh, my hands are full. But
Here,
I can
no,
yell.
here. No, do this.
Oh.
No, I'll hold it. Don't worry. I'm not going to hit you with it.
So you should never give an oboist an opportunity to talk about oboes because they talk about reeds ad infinitum, how spongy they are, how hard they are, how the humidity changes it, how the altitude changes it. I won't talk about any of those things. I will talk about the pieces instead. There are 3 brief pieces. The first one is called Fly in the Ointment. It's from a collection of 3 pieces called 3 Pesky Etudes by Canadian composer Beverly Lewis, who may or may not be in the room. The second piece is was written a little over 50 years before Bev, and is by Henri Tomasi, and it's one of 4 evocations, and it's called Ecossais. And then about 300 years before that, Telemon wrote 12 fantasies, and you will hear 1 movement from the 11th of those. Lots of numbers.
Not great.
Not great.
Well, that was thrilling. I've always thought of Donald as the provider of good advice, but now I know where to get free oboe lessons as well. Just give me a second. Hello? Oh, yes, yes, yes. That's such good advice. Yes, 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 you're amazing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah? Yep, yep, yep.
Emily, just wondering, could you take that conversation somewhere else? We're actually trying to hold a concert here.
Oh my God, do you not want me to be the perfect student MC? Clearly, I'm having a consult with Andrew, and his time is very precious. Yeah, he's terrible. So demanding, and he's really annoying, I know.
I can hear you, Emily. Moving on to something more delightful, which admittedly would not be difficult. We have Cassie Graham, who is a second-year student majoring in linguistics. She's accompanied by the estimable Bin Song Kim. Cassie is going to be singing by pardon my German. You might think from my last name I could do better with this. By Mir bist du schon, which started out as a Yiddish theater song in 1932 and then got converted into an English song using swing rhythm by Sammy Kahn and Saul Chaplin. And Cassie is going to tell us what attracted her, it will attract you too, trust me, attracted her to this nearly 100-year-old classic.
Okay, so this song was originally a Yiddish song, but it had a long history, and the first English version was by the Andrew Sisters, but this version is by the Hot Sardines. It's a little bit more jazzy, I suppose. Yeah. This song, I didn't know it at first, but then Bin Song in our choir Discord was like, hey, does anyone want to do this song? And I listened to it, and I was like, whoa, that's a really good song. So now we're here. Yes. Of all the boys, of all the boys, of all the boys, of all the boys I've known, and I've known some. First met you with lonesome. You came inside of my heart, girl, like the world's new to me. You're swelling, I admit you deserve it. Expressions that fit you. Rack my brain open to explain things you do to me. By me, who bist du shade? Please let me explain. By me, who bist du shade means that you're grand. By me, who bist du shade? Again and again means you're the fairest in the land. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only goes to show how wonderful you are. I try to explain by me, you Mr. Shane. So kiss me, say you'll understand. Zulu man is feeling blue. Here his heart be a little tattoo. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo-doo. You love me and I love you. When you love, it's natural too. Digga-digga-doo, digga-doo-doo. Well, I'm so very digga-digga-doo by nature. If you don't say digga-digga-doo to your man, you lose that papa. Let those funny people smile. How can there be a virgin now? Oh, digga-digga-digga-digga-doo. Mr. Shane, please let me explain. Bamir, Mr. Shane means that you're grand. Bamir, Mr. Shane, again and again means that you're the fairest in the land. I could say Bella, Bella, even say wunderbar. Each language only goes to show how wonderful you are. I try to explain. Bamir, Mr. Shane, kiss me. Baby, kiss me.
Cassie's just got one little addition she's going to perform now. It's for a certain someone in the audience, and he knows who he is.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dawn. Happy birthday to you.
Sorry, I'm just so overtaken. Okay. Sorry. Teach me not to discard the pages I don't need. Terrible. Okay. Coming onto the stage now is, I hope, is a subgroup of the Innis College Choir who will be singing a song I imagine everyone here knows. But, oh, it's Bin Song. That's right. Thank you, Donald. This is why I need Donald. I thought, that's not right. And I was right. I was right that it wasn't right. So I thought, oh, is anyone going to mess up today? And yeah, it's me. Okay, yes, exactly. So staying on the stage, yeah, he knew he was next, is Bin Sung Kim, who has enthusiastically participated in this concert and so many of Innis's activities, cultural and otherwise, during his time here. Among his many contributions, as you saw already, is his role as accompanist for the Innis College Choir. He's also a computer science major in his 4th year, and we're all shedding a tear because that means that he won't be around. Maybe we can get him to stay for a 5th. But right now, not just an accompanist, he's stepping into the limelight to demonstrate his piano playing prowess with a work by Franz Liszt. And Bin Sung, do you want to just tell us what this piece means to you? Has he got his mic on the piano? If not, I can.
Hi.
Yep.
All right. So I'll be performing the first movement of the poetic and harmonic, or poetic and religious harmonies by Franz Liszt. What's interesting about this song or this piece is that there is a poem by Lamartine, Alphonse de Lamartine, that has the same name, Invocation. So I really encourage you to look up the poem during my performance. Hope you enjoy.
Well, that was absolutely breathtaking. Such a demanding piece.
You know what's demanding, Charlie? These co-MC duties. I needed a sympathetic ear, and I'm not getting that from you. So, I talked to Andrew, and he gave me some very sage advice. He said, Emily, you can't try to do everything by yourself. You need to call for some help. And I agree. This audience deserves more. But I need to conserve my energy. So I'm calling in the reserve. Shovik, get down here and whip this crowd into a frenzy.
Did someone call me?
Yeah!
Did someone call me here? Guys, can I get a huge round of applause for all the performances so far? Are you all enjoying? How's it going so far? Are you all enjoying? How's it going? I've been backstage, honestly, and I have to say this section of the crowd has not been even 1% of what the other two said. So can I hear this side a bit more loud and a huge round of applause, guys? Come on. Okay, now they did better than this. So now can I get a competition? Can I get a huge round of applause, guys? Okay.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Shovik, come on. We need to go somewhere quieter where we can discuss how you can do more of my work, because they're not paying me enough for this. Let's go.
She's not getting paid at all, to be clear. So coming on the stage now is a subgroup of the Innis College Choir. You may remember that being said earlier. And they'll be singing a song I imagine everyone here knows, but in a language that is different from what you might be accustomed to hearing the song sung in. So I'm going to ask each of them, oh, well, they've got their own mics, so that's handy, isn't it? To introduce themselves and tell us a little bit about how they came to sing the song in the language they're going to be singing it in.
Hello, my name is Natalie Rostran, and I'm a first-year life science student, and I'm from Nicaragua, which is a native Spanish-speaking country.
Yeah, I am Xavier Sanchez. I'm studying international relations, mathematics, and German. I am also from Nicaragua. I'm in second year. I don't know how this happened. There's only like 7 million of us in the world, and the only two of us that I know, as far as I'm aware, we're the only two ones in Toronto because I don't know anyone else. We just happened to go to the same choir, so that was nice. She asked us to do this song earlier in the year, and I assume she's gonna have some more words about that. And just like, sure, sounds very fun. And
hello, everyone. My name is Alyssa Laboda. I'm a second-year student studying biophysics, and I was born in Canada, and I don't speak Spanish.
Right then.
So Natalie,
Sorry.
tell us.
Hello.
Hello, hi. Natalie asked me to introduce myself. So, I'm Bin Song, as many of you know. I'm from South Korea. I went to Costa Rica for 3 years, and that's why I speak Spanish a little bit.
Just me.
Yeah.
Well, to me, Chiquitita is a song of hope and comfort, and one that my mom and I like to sing and still hold dear in our hearts. So I dedicate this song to my mom and to all the lovely women that have helped us in each of our lives along the way. Hope you enjoy.
Chiquitita, dime por qué tu dolor hoy te encadena. En tus hombros hay una sombra de gran pena. No quisiera verte así, aunque quieras disimularlo. Si es que tan triste estás, ¿para qué quieres callarlo? Chiquitita, dímelo. sabes muy bien que las penas vienen y van y desaparecen. Otra vez vas a bailar y serás feliz como flores que florecen. Chiquitita, no hay que llorar. Las estrellas brillan por ti allá en lo alto. Quiero verte sonreír para compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Otra vez quiero compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Chiquitita, dime por qué tu dolor hoy te encadena. En tus ojos hay una sombra de gran pena. No quisiera verte así, aunque quieras disimularlo. Si es que tan triste estás, ¿para qué quieres callarlo? Chiquitita, sabes muy bien que las penas vienen y van y desaparecen. Otra vez vas a bailar y serás feliz como flores que florecen. Chiquitita, no hay que llorar. Las estrellas brillan por ti allá en lo alto. Quiero verte sonreír para compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Otra vez quiero compartir tu alegría, chiquitita. Otra vez quiero compartir tu alegría, chiquitita.
So I'd be remiss if I did not mention that obviously the fourth, Elizabeth, was unable to be here. And I should say also that Natalie was saying we really need to practice what's going to be said before we sing because I want it to all be perfect. And then, of course, who didn't do it right? So Natalie knows best. So to continue the theme of music inspired by a particular national context, we next have life sciences student Mateo Valera, who's another of our talented first-year students. When I first heard Mateo play, it was a fearsome version of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. But for today, it's going to be quite a change of pace because he's going to be performing something I think maybe a little more personal, and I'd like to ask him what the song is and why he chose to play it.
Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. The song I'm gonna play in the piano is called Souvenir de Filipinas, and what it is it is a rendition and variation of a traditional Filipino folk dance called Lulay. And I'm playing this song today because it reminds me so much of my previous home while I reside here in my current home with all of you. So hope you enjoy.
That was great. And, you know, hearing about lands far away makes me think of someone special too.
What would that be, Emily?
Andrew, of course. How can one not be inspired by someone so dignified and healthy and industrious? Just think, Shovik. One day, with enough practice, you too can become an icon of hosting brilliance, just like Andrew Zhao. By the way, what size are your shoes? Because you have to be at least a US men's size 8.5.
What did you say? US men's size 8.5?
Yep.
Check out these 10s!
That's
I am
impressive.
winning already.
That's impressive. Let's see what we can do about styling those feet.
Never sure whether to feel relieved because she's gone or apprehensive because I don't know when she'll be back. But for now, let's concentrate on the talent to come. Up next is Raimi Zhang, another concert staple for several years now. Here she comes. Raimi is a fourth-year student studying computer science and cognitive science, and she'll be performing, as you can see, from the start. And can you tell us your connection to this song?
Yeah, so this is a song by Leve. She's an Icelandic Chinese jazz musician, and her discography is just very whimsical, but also very earnest. So I thought it would be a good match for the concert today. Thank you so much for having me.
Don't you notice I get quiet when
there's no one else around. Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. How I wish you'll wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love, at least just let me say that when I talk to you, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start. Ba-da-ba-da, da-da-da-da-da, da-ba, da-ba, da-da-da-da-ba-ba-da-ba, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh. What's a girl to do, lying on my bed staring into the blue? Unrequited, terrifying. Love is driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start? Confess I loved you, just thinking of you. I know I loved you from the start. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Remy. Another student who has shared his talent with us multiple times is Jacob Lee. Jacob is a fourth-year student double majoring in economics and urban studies. He'll be performing Elgar's Salut d'amour, Opus 12, accompanied on the piano by Ting Jiang, who is a master's student studying molecular genetics. And Jacob, just before you, if you can, just like with Donald, if you want, I can just tell us a little bit about your involvement with playing the violin at Hart House.
Yeah, so Ting and I are actually both violinists with Hart House Chamber Strings. Ting is obviously more talented because she also plays piano. And so we were looking for a piece to play for this concert, and we thought this would be short and sweet and nice. Elgar actually wrote this as an engagement present for his then fiancée, Carolyn Alice, so we thought it'd be nice to play, and we hope you enjoy.
Thanks.
very fancy. Very, 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 very fancy. And speaking of fancy, you guys can see, I've got my fancy shoes on as well. So you'd better applaud. Can I get a huge round of applause for Jacob and Ting, everyone?
So I've noticed that Charlie hasn't allowed us to introduce any of the numbers. That's not okay. So you can go. We'll do the next one. Step aside, Charles. So, from what I can see here, the next performer, Erica Dowd, is getting married today. Congratulations, Erica. That's such great news.
Let's hear it for Erica, everyone. Are you guys not happy? Come on, people. Erica doesn't get married every day. Can I get a huge round of applause?
That's so strange. She's my resident. I didn't even know she was engaged.
And judging by that, I guess we're not even invited to the wedding, so what can I say?
You know, Erica, I do like receptions. Lots of free food, and we're even dressed for it, too.
Okay, enough. Erica is not getting married, obviously, and you are not doing any more introductions.
Oh, bother. Touchy, touchy, touchy. You know, I think I saw some leftover food from the LLL luncheon, Shovik. Let's go see if we can get some before they clear it up.
I'm sort of hoping that there are some leftover sandwiches. They're very chewy, and they take a long time to digest. Anyway, what Emily and Shovik were trying to tell you is, in their fractured way, is that the next featured performer is Erica Dowd. As was the case with Mateo, I first met Erica, a first-year student in the humanities, at a talent show held during orientation where she performed what is commonly called a patter song. That's a number that is chock full of lyrics assembled in such a fashion that the singer has to spit them out at rapid fire. It's a test of anyone's abilities, but Erica proved she was up for it in that instance, so she's setting an even tougher challenge for herself today with getting married today. And in this effort, she is ably assisted by the Innis Choir's co-directors, Matthew Edgehill, who's already seen on stage. He's a fourth-year student specializing in biochemistry, and Juliana West, whom you've heard from, who's a third-year student majoring in biochemistry and neuroscience. Because the composer of this song is Stephen Sondheim, I ask you to pay particular attention to the witty and hilarious lyrics. And now, as she comes up onto the stage, I'm going to ask Erica to just tell us a little bit about the challenges that she encountered in preparing for this number.
Is this my, yes, it's on. So patter songs are a whole nother beast of musical theater prowess. And of course, the main task is memorizing it all. I've written out all of the lyrics onto this clipboard. I could not tell you how many times I've had to do that in order to have this memorized. So, yes, please enjoy the show.
Days for Amy, Amy, I give you the rest of my life to cherish and to keep you, to honor you forever. Today is for Amy, my happily soon to be wife.
Pardon me, is everybody here? Because if ever is here, I want to thank you all for coming to the wedding. I'd appreciate you going even more. You mean you must have lots of better things to do and not a word of it to Paul. Remember, Paul, you know the man I'm going to marry, but I'm not, because it wouldn't ruin anyone as wonderful as he is. Thank you all for the gifts and the flowers. Thank you all. Now it's back to the showers. Don't tell Paul I'm not getting married today. Lest this day, tragedy of life, has been joined to wife. Listen, everybody, look, I don't know what you're waiting for. A wedding? What's a wedding? It's a prehistoric ritual where everybody promises fidelity forever, which is maybe the most horrifying word I've ever heard of, which is followed by a honeymoon where suddenly he realized he's saddled with a nun and wanted to kill me, which he should. Thanks a bunch, but I'm not getting married. Go have lunch, God, I'm not getting married. You've been grand, but I'm not getting married. Don't just stand there, I'm not getting married. And don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today. Go, can't you go? Why is nobody listening? Goodbye, go and cry at another person's wake. If you're quick for a kick, you could pick up a christening, but please, on my knees, there's a human life at stake. Listen, everybody, I'm afraid you didn't hear me. Do you want to see a crazy lady fall apart in front of you? It isn't only Paul, maybe ruining his life and all, but both of us losing our identities. I telephone my analyst about it, and he said to see him money, but my money all been floating, and that's it with the other garbage. I'm not well, so I'm not getting married. You've been swell, but I'm not getting married. Go have lunch, because I'm not getting married. Thanks a bunch, but I'm not getting married. And don't tell Paul, but I'm not getting married today.
Bless this bride, totally insane, slipping down the drain, and bless this day in our hearts as it starts to rain.
Today is for Amy.
Go, can't you go? Look, I
Amy,
know I
give
adore
the
you
rest
all,
of
but
my
why? Watch me die
life
like a
to
Liza
cherish
on
and
the
to
ice. Or
keep
perhaps
you,
I'll collapse in the
to honor
apps
you
right before you also take back the cake, burn the shoes and boil the rice. Look, I didn't want to have to tell you, but I'm going to be coming down with hepatitis, and I think I'm going to face it. If you want to see me fatal, do it happily, but wouldn't it be funnier to go on at your funeral? So thank you for the 27 dinner plates and 37 butter knives and 47 paperweights and 57 candle holders.
One more thing.
I am not getting married.
Softly said.
See, I'm not getting married. I am not getting married. Still, I'm not getting married. Let's just pray that we're not getting married today.
Yes, they deserve many a high five. I think that I may actually have to revise myself and employ amazing again. Bravo. Matthew and Juliana are staying on the stage, little do they know, to perform a trio of songs done barbershop style. They're joined by the already seen and heard Cassie Graham, and Will Young, who is part of the choir, who's also been on stage before. Will is a second-year student, double majoring in computer science and math. Their three-part song selection will close with Jingle Bells, and that will inaugurate the final suite of numbers for the concert, all of which have a seasonal flavor. And I'm just going to ask Will to say a little bit about his experience with barbershop before they begin to sing.
So I've been singing barbershop for almost a year now. How I got into it is a little funny. It's also very similar to how I got into singing in general. I was sort of just dragged into the choir, and then from there, from a concert, I got dragged into barbershop. And then from there, I got dragged into doing this. So here you are, 3 barbershop tags.
So yeah, Innis College Choir, for the past 2 to 3 years, we have a bit of a tradition of singing some barbershop songs. We're trying to make that a new tradition. So Charlie kind of dragged us. He didn't drag us into this. I guess he didn't drag. No one's being dragged into anything. We all voluntarily.
I got dragged.
He got dragged. He's been a... Regardless, so we sing 3 barbershop tags today. And today we'll first be starting with Danny, My Boy.
We hope you enjoy.
Danny, my boy. Danny, my boy. My boy.
The next barbershop tag we'll be singing is Macho Jack.
Macho Jack.
Macho Jack.
He's the greatest wrestler. You always know that he's got your back.
And the last tag is Jingle Bells, which I arranged.
Jingle bells,
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Dashing through snow,
what fun it
is to ride on a one-horse open
sleigh.
Now, I hope that put everyone in the spirit. And they're back. Which
yeah.
may mean that any such uplifted spirits are going to be short-lived. Again with the phone.
I think I'll be busy. What date do you say? Yes, I know New Year's is on 31st, of course. Who doesn't know that? But yeah. Okay, I'll just talk to my partner and let you know. Sure. Listen up, Emily. We're giving up on this gig.
Huh?
We've got bigger fish to fry here. But by that, I mean we're heading to the top. By which I mean we're going to be hosting the 2024 New Year's Eve celebration at Nathan Phillips Square. Come on, I think that's it.
Seriously? We were offered that job by Olivia Chow?
About that, I didn't say we got offered. It's just my mom thinks we can do that job. So it was my mom.
Your mom's a very, very wise lady. I agree. We better book our next set of tickets to California right now because we're going to need some extra time with Andrew. Come. The first class tickets sell out really fast, and I've learned from experience that you need to book at Chez Panisse at least 2 weeks in advance.
I am so excited. But, Charlie, before we go, how about a massive hand for Emily and me? Come on, everyone. Wasn't loud enough. I would appreciate a louder one. Come on, a huge round of applause, guys.
Yeah. If it means you're actually leaving, I'll join in that applause. Okay, we're going to round out the concert with a Christmas favorite and then a New Year's staple reimagined. First up, we have Dora Shi back on the stage again. Now going solo with I'll Be Home for Christmas. Oh, and I see Dora has donned a festive headgear piece too. Dora's in her third year studying neuroscience and psychology. Dora, much like Bin Song, has enlivened the college with her piano playing for several years now, and it's always a pleasure to hear her. Dora, what drew you to this arrangement of I'll Be Home for Christmas?
Is this on? Oh, hello. So like many other performers, I am a student. I'm actually from Alberta, good old out west. And so I've been counting down the days until I can go home and see my family. And so I wanted to play I'll Be Home for Christmas for all the other students waiting to get through exams so they can go home for Christmas.
beautiful, Dora. Finally, we have Carly Whetstone, who will be performing Auld Lang Syne a cappella, but with a twist. When I first heard Carly perform this, I found her introduction to be quite touching, and it seems more than fitting that for an event that began with a land acknowledgement, it should end with this rendition of Auld Lang Syne. Carly, first, because I was remiss in my note-taking, you can tell everyone your year of study and your area of study, and then go ahead and introduce the song.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carly. I'm in 4th year, and I'm studying political science and Indigenous studies. And I'd like to take this last bit of time here today to highlight Ganyingeha, which is an Indigenous language that I've had the privilege of learning to speak for the past 2 years now. Ganyingeha, which is also known as Mohawk, translates to the way of the people of the Flint, and is one of the 6 languages spoken in the Haudenosaunee Confederacy. Learning this language has truly been an important part of both my university career and my own personal development, so I knew that I wanted to share of it with everyone here today. And in the spirit of the holidays, I'm going to sing the song Auld Lang Syne, translated into Ganyingeha. Auld Lang Syne is a traditional song about the new year and reflecting upon your life and your loved ones. In Ganyingeha, its title is Osaragayun, which means the old year. The song was translated by Billy Two Rivers, and I would not be able to sing it here today without the knowledge I've gained from my professor here at U of T, Dr. Tahotaraje Joe Brandt. I hope you find this song as beautiful and meaningful as I do, and I hope you enjoy hearing it in such an equally beautiful and meaningful language. If I may, before I start singing, I'd like to introduce myself and the song in Ganyingeha. Segon sewagwegon, Carly ni'i yungat, danon ongaderanoda osaragayun. Wandok dano seragayun auze dondazawan. Wandok dano seragayun auze dondazawan. Dewe hiarakarero zera nukne gawajire dosa jungwani gura ganuni jungwenun. Wandok dano seragayun auze dondazawan. Wandok dano seragayun auze dondazawan. Dewe hiarakarero zera nukne gawajire dosa jungwani gura ganuni jungwenun. Wandok dano seragayun auze dondazawan. Wandok dano seragayun auze dondazawan. Nyawangoa.
Well, everyone, that brings to a close another Innis College Refugee Student Benefit Concert, or as Andrew would call it, that bunch of letters. I want to say that this is a very important event to me, and I really appreciate everyone who's come and everyone who's made a donation. And also, I will, in partnership with my partner, Kathy Vine, we are going to match all the donations made. So if you haven't yet made your donation, then that would mean that you're going to be giving double of what you intended. And if you have given and now you're thinking, hey, I could double it even more, feel free to make another donation. But the total will be matched. And that's great. So, as you can well imagine, there's so many people who are integral to an event like this coming together, and I want to just take a moment to thank those people. First, the unsung heroes who, well, one you've seen scooting back and forth across the stage, but there's also two back at the back and one up in the booth. And without them, this wouldn't come together. So thank Jordan Grace, Thomas Chan, Victoria Watson-Sepjak, and I didn't hear who was up in the booth today, but maybe, Thomas, can you shout out who it is? Oh, it's Rob. Rob. Rob does have a last name, and it's Trevisan. And then I have to thank Shayla Anderson, who did a lot of she did all the beautiful slides, but she was also enlisted at the 11th hour to run the slides when I decided a bunch of stuff had to be added to the slides. And then, of course, the aforementioned Donald Bohr and Janie Chen, who aided in the organization of the event, and I have to say aided is not nearly the word that is needed here, especially Janie, who has done so much to make this come together. And then Bin Sung Kim, who helped with a lot of the last-minute planning of the rehearsal, and then, of course, all the performers here today who were so magnificent, and none so more than my fantastic co-MCs, if they're still lingering back there. I don't know if they've given up. Oh, who knows where they are.
Oh, oops.
You can come out.
Yes, we are here.
Emily Shi and Shovak Payaz. And they are nothing like their persona, you should know. They're incredibly good sports. And then finally, our absent North Star, Andrew Zhao. And thanks so much to all of you for being here, supporting a good cause, and being such a great audience for all our performers.